I'm at Verderame with Arrowhead Pride. It's that time of year again. It's Kansas City Chiefs football. Sure, it's the preseason, but hey, it's a game, right? This time it's on Friday and it's against the New Orleans Saints down in the Superdome. And the Chiefs are going to get a look at a lot of players that won't make the team and a lot of players that will either make or break this team come the regular season. One of those guys, of course, Alex Smith. He's a guy who Andy Reid is really hoping can run his West Coast offense to perfection. And so far in the week and a half the camp has been live and running, Smith has had his ups and downs, but by and large has looked good. He's been able to get some timing with Dexter McCluster, who's been featured quite a bit. And they've also been featuring the tight ends Tony Moriarty, Anthony Fasano, and Travis Kelce, who some people think might be one of the surprises of the draft. Of course, there's also Jamaal Charles. He is going to get a lot of touches. On the outside, Dwayne Bowe has been Dwayne Bowe. There's no issues there. Jonathan Baldwin, however, a former first-round pick, has been dropping a ton of passes. He's drawn the ire of Reid for at times being tired, a little bit of laziness, and Donnie Avery's gotten some of his snaps. These will all be things to watch on Friday night in New Orleans. The Chiefs will probably only play their starters 1 or 2 series, depending on how that first one goes. But I think you're going to see a lot of different plays out of this team, going short, going long. I think Reid wants to test the boundaries of this offense because, let's face it, they only have a little bit of time before week 1 at Jacksonville hits. A lot of times in preseason, teams will only play for maybe half a quarter in the first game. And I expect that to be the case, as I just said, but I wouldn't be shocked if you see this team play a full quarter or so. They need to learn how to play with each other and under this coaching staff, and on the defensive side of the ball under new defensive coordinator Bob Sutton, that is most certainly the case. There are a lot of moving parts on this team. They will blitz from all over the place, kind of like how Rex Ryan used to do things with the Jets and still does them to an extent. You're going to see a lot of overload blitzes, a lot of blitzing of the A-gaps. This is going to be a very exotic defense, something that this team did not play under Romeo Crennel. It was much more of a zone and a bend-don't-break defense, a straightforward, a static 3-4 defense. Not the case at all anymore. They're going to need every second of preseason practice time to help them get acclimated with this new system and with each other, with the new pieces of a Mike DeVito, Sean Smith, Dunta Robinson, Akeem Jordan, and perhaps even Nico Johnson as he fights with Jordan for that inside linebacker spot. The Chiefs have a lot of work to do and not a lot of time to do it, and this game on Friday should give them a really good chance to evaluate some of their players, including a lot of the guys who are on the bubble. And let's face it, that's some of the most exciting part of this preseason. You're going to get to see guys like Chase Daniel and Tyler Bray, and Daniel, of course, will start as the number 2 after getting a 3-year, $10 million contract, but Tyler Bray has really opened up some eyes. He has incredible arm strength. He's shown the ability to fit balls into spots that the other quarterbacks can't. He's going to push to be that backup quarterback behind Smith, and it'll be interesting to see how he plays against real live competition and not just in training camp. Another backup position to watch, Niall Davis. He has been very good so far in camp. There was a lot of worry about his fumbling and his injury history, and so far so good. Of course, he will not supplant Jamaal Charles by any stretch, but will he get the lion's share of the carries for running backs behind Jamaal Charles? Dexter McCluster has been somebody who's been featured a ton in practice. How many times will he touch the ball in these preseason games? And will he get more of a deep route game going, which he's never had before with the Chiefs, or will it be more bubble screens and slants and quick outs and things of that nature? It's going to be a very, very fascinating preseason for a team that's really trying to remake itself after a disastrous 2-14 season. It's exciting times in Kansas City. Let's hope they continue well on through Friday night.